Hello mga Mars! Magandang araw and welcome to the first episode of Mars to Mars Podcast! Ako si Mars Nili, ang laging present kahit minsan late sa klase.
And I'm Mars Sean, always ready pero never prepared. And today, Mars, super interesting ng ating topic. Medyo malalim, medyo makulay, and of course, very buccal coded.
Tama! Kasi today, pag-uusapan natin kung paano ba nabubuo ang identity ng mga university students, specifically ng Cal students, on establishing, navigating, and protecting the identities of Bicol University College of Arts and Letters students.
True. At syempre, kasama dyan kung papaano na-navigate ang queerness, for example, sa loob ng bukal. Like, gaano ka ba ka-safe, ka-visible, or ka-challenging ang pagiging queer student ngayon?
Alam mo naman, Mars, Cal babies are built different. May artistry, may angst, may identity crisis, pero aesthetic. At hindi lang yan, Mars. Siyempre, pag-uusapan din ang tungkol sa cross-dressing, expression, at mga TGNC experiences na super relevant sa student life. Kasi hindi lang to fashion statement, kundi identity, safety, at freedom din.
Yes, so ready na ba kayo mga Mars? Sabay-sabay nating i-unpack ang colorful world of identity formation sa Bicol University College of Arts and Letters.
Let's go, Mars! Kaya naman, to guide us through these conversations, we invited someone who has been actively advocating for safe, inclusive, and empowering spaces on campus. Joining us today is the Vice President of the College of Arts and Letters Student Council and the main proponent of the TGNC resolution. Please welcome our resource speaker, Ms. Ira Madrideo.
Yes!
Hello, Ate Ira! Alright, for our first segment, simulan natin ito with something na super relatable sa lahat ng college students. Yung pagbuo ng identity. Kasi 'di ba, sa college, nagkakaroon tayo ng phase na sobrang dami mong nakikilala, na i-experience, and pati ang bagong version ng sarili mo. So dito muna tayo sa kung papaano tayo nahuhulma bilang isang university student.
Unahin natin yung side mo as a student leader kasi for sure, iba ang level of perspective mo dito. Bilang isang student leader, paano nakaapekto ang identity mo sa paraan na pagharap mo sa mga isyong tungkol sa student welfare, inclusion, at representation?
As a student leader, ako personally, I can say that my identity really shapes how I listen, how I decide, and how I advocate for certain causes that involve student welfare, inclusion of students, and of course, the representation. Because coming from Cal, which is, of course, we know that is a safe space that values expression and individuality, na-hone nito yung mga values ko when it comes to equality, especially in treating our queer individuals. And so, this has really shaped my identity into how I perform as a student leader and advocate for the student welfare.
Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa bigger picture kasi hindi lang student leaders ang dumaraan dito, kundi ang buong student body talaga. Paano ba kadalasang nagsisimulang mabuo o madiscover ng mga university students ang identity nila, lalo na sa isang environment na kasing diverse ng campus natin?
Actually, for most students, college is often the first time that they actually step outside of the expectations of their homes, of their family, of their friends, or basically, this is the time where they step outside of their comfort zone. And being in a diverse environment, such as BU, especially in Cal, dito nagsistart yung identity formation nila. Nagsistart through exposure, as they join organizations, as they meet new people, and even the academic spaces that we have. Students discover what resonates with them and they take it with them, and whatever doesn't, they leave it with them. So, inclusive campus and safe campus that we have. Dito nagsistart din yung experiment stage nila, exploration stage nila. Dito sila nagsistart mag-question, again mag-experiment, and dito nila natututunan who they are outside of the imposed expectations na meron ang society sa kanila. And from that, ayun, nagfo-form yung gender identity nila, mas nasa-strengthen yung belief nila in themselves of who they truly are.
How about you, Mars Neely? Do you think na buo na ba ang identity mo having been a student dito sa Bicol University for 3 semesters already?
I think no. Hanggang ngayon, I'm still meeting a lot of people and marami akong nai-experience and I think hindi ko pa masyadong nabubuo ang identity ko and I'm still finding it. Ikaw, Marshan.
Yeah, I think it's a long process and Sophies pa lang naman tayo. Sa tingin ko, napakarami pa nating pagdaraanan at may experience, no? Now, let's shift gears. We want to talk about something very important and of course, very relevant ngayon. Para sa ating second segment, pag-uusapan natin yung experiences ng mga students dito sa campus.
Alam nating may mga progress, pero syempre, hindi talaga maiiwasan ang challenges. So let's dig into that.
Alright, so how would you describe the current experiences of queer students on campus in terms of safety or visibility?
In terms of safety and visibility ng queer individuals natin sa CAL, I could say na comparing it to before, mas safe na and mas visible na sila. And if you guys know, yung inside joke ng mga taga-CAL dito sa atin is hindi na minority ang mga queer individuals, mga straight na ang minority natin. So you could really see how queer individuals are celebrated in our campus, in our college, which provides a safe space for them to express themselves authentically without the fear of judgment. But we can't also deny the fact na meron pa rin tayong challenges. May mga challenges pa rin na kinakaharap yung mga queer students natin, such as discrimination, may fear of judgment pa rin sila of coming out, of expressing themselves. That is why we still continue to advocate for a much more inclusive, a much more safe space for the student. And in terms of visibility naman, ayun na nga, we really celebrate them. So, sobrang visible kung makikita ninyo dito sa CAL, rumarampa ang mga bading at it's screaming kabadingan dito sa CAL. So, ayun.
Syempre, kapag may concerns, student council agad ang lalapitan. So how does the student council respond to issues raised by queer students regarding safety, inclusion, and representation?
Whenever there are concerns lobbied sa student council, we make immediate actions to it. Kapag may na-receive kaming complaint, we automatically lobby it to the concerned offices for it to be resolved and for the interventions that needs to be done. And apart from that, the council also lobbies resolutions, policies through the General Legislative Council that actually addresses our issues.
Ang identity is personal, right? Lalo na kung may possibility ito ng pagkaka-experience ng discrimination. Kaya mahalagang malaman kung paano ito pinangangalagaan sa campus. With that, gusto naming itanong kung paano ninyo pinapangalagaan at nirerespeto ang identities ng mga estudyante sa college, lalo na yung mga nagnanavigate pa lang ng kanilang queerness at of course yung mga individuals like them na vulnerable sa discrimination.
First, what we do is we affirm their identities. We are very vocal. One concrete example of this is a resolution that affirms the live names of our TGNC individuals during commencement ceremonies in the university. And also, for our activities, we always make sure that it is inclusive so that even those that are not yet out, they can still participate and they could still feel safe and parang magpo-provide yun ng avenue for them to express themselves. We are really trying to make this even just small safe space for all of these individuals.
Let's go naman sa ating ikatlong segment. Dito, pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa cross-dressing. Siyempre, as big university, we have a huge number of students coming from iba't ibang parte ng Bicol region. Kaya, our identities also as diverse, di ba?
Yes, that's why very important ang inclusivity. We have people who are part of other communities who do not conform, for example, sa assigned sex at birth nila. And we have cross-dressers also in the university who present themselves based on their gender expression.
Tama. So let's talk more about this and ask our resource speaker, right? Ate Ira, What is the council stance on cross-dressing specifically in a college setting like Cal?
We firmly support cross-dressing. And actually, in the university, meron na tayo na resolution or policy that affirms gender-affirming uniforms for our students. And we continue to support this policy and we continue to amplify the dissemination of this policy para informed ang ating mga students na pwede sila na magsuot ng damit kung saan nila ina-identify yung sarili nila because we believe that this is a form of their expression.
I agree because cross-dressing is such a way that people can very freely express themselves. Okay, so that was a very engaging and relatable na segment, right?
Tama, we got to learn about the Cal Students Council stance on cross-dressing, especially since nag-represent sila ng isang very diverse group of students.
Yes, and minsan nga, nasasabihan pa ang College of Arts and Letters ng college ng mga bading kasi sobrang diverse talaga natin. We have drag queens, we have the gays, as in lahat meron tayo.
Kaya naman ngayon, it's also important na mapag-usapan ang TGNC o Transgender and Gender Nonconforming.
Yes, so ang TGNC ay isang term, inclusive term, para sa mga individual na ang gender identity at gender expression is iba sa assigned sex at birth nila.
So this covers transgender people na ibang gender ang identity nila sa assigned sex at birth, as well as gender non-conforming people na nag-e-express ng sarili nila differently from gender norms.
Aha. So, ang gender non-conforming, either yung appearance nila or behavior or expression ay hindi talaga aligned sa traditional na masculine or even feminine norms, kumbaga. And this is regardless of their gender identity. So, having said that, let's ask our guest. It was relayed to us na ikaw po yung nagpasa or the main proponent of the TGNC resolution. Ano po ang ini-aim ng resolution na ito and on what grounds does it cover po?
For the resolution, TGNC there was defined as those individuals whose sex assigned at birth does not align with their gender identity and expression. So basically, this pertains to our queer individuals who has long forgotten their identity and has their new identity now. So, ang ini-aim ng resolution natin is to affirm their lived identities. Kung sino na sila ngayon, which is far different from their forgotten or dead identities in the past. Ang ini-aim natin is to affirm their identity through affirming their names on one of the most momentous occasion in their college life, which is first, the recognition ceremony, and most of all, the graduation ceremony. Because of all the years that they are in college, we believe na kung ano yung identity nila sa college life nila, yun yung nararapat na i-recognize sa stage because they worked hard for it for 4 years. And so, we continue to be agents providing safe spaces for everyone.
Yes, I believe that they all deserve to be called whatever name they prefer because I agree with Ate Ira na they work very hard to be in that position and yung tawagin ka sa preferred name mo on your graduation, it's not just a recognition. I believe it's 4 years of your hard work.
Yes, sa palagay ko din, no, generally, it's been a long time coming. Dapat mayroon ding acceptance and maipapakita ang acceptance na ito in pragmatic ways because as a queer person myself, I also think na it's very safe sa feeling na we are being celebrated in ways na sensitive and ayun nga, very affirming.
And that wraps up our first episode ng Mars to Mars, kung saan bida ang kwento ng sangkabaklaan.
Ang podcast kung saan itatry naming hanapin kung what's over the rainbow ba talaga.
Of course, we would like to thank Mix Ira Madrideo sa pagiging guest speaker natin sa episode na ito.
Yes, we heard naman her insights as a very competent Vice President ng Student Council of College of Arts and Letters regarding this episode's topic,
On establishing
navigating
and protecting the identities of Bicol University College of Arts and Letters students.
This has been Mars Sean,
And Mars Nilly.
ang podcast kung saan anything under the sun ang pwedeng pag-usapan.
Kahit sa planetang Mars pa yan.
Ito ang Mars to Mars!